We'll bring it up this year.
Okay.
Notice I haven't went much because I want to keep going to the bathroom. I'm just sipping.
Are we ready on Zoom? Good evening, everyone. Today is Tuesday, March 28th. We're here for a regular board meeting. Please stand for the pledge, followed by the prayer. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Dr. Goodman?
Let us pray. Father, we thank you so much for this day, a bright and sunshiny day. We ask that you would be with us now as we deliberate all of the business of the DeSoto County School District. Bless every school, every student, all the staffs. Bless this superintendent and this board, Lord, that we will continue to do that which is right for the good of the students. Lord, we ask that you would just throw your arms around the schools in Mississippi that has suffered such a great tragedy once again, and help us as a country to come to some kind of answer for violence in our schools. Lord, we trust you and we know that all things will work together for our good as we continue to do the business for the school district because we love you. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen. All right, as we begin, roll call, just to note that Jamie Schumann is out sick today. We wish her well. Hope she's better very soon. All other board members are present. And then a quick note to our viewers who are online, our cameras are not working 100%. So it looks like we are off of video, but we do have audio. So please stay tuned. We do have some very exciting news to share today, and Dr. Bennett will be going over that in a bit. So don't tune out just because you're unable to see video. All right, and with that, we'll begin our approval of minutes, item number 6.
And a second.
Motion by Dr. Goodman and second by Ms. Mercer. Any other discussion? All in favor? Aye. Motion carries. Number 7, Ms. Johnston.
I definitely at this time, but leave it to Dr. Bennett. He's got some exciting.
All right.
I've got nothing to do here.
Perfect. Thank you, ma'am. Dr. Bennett.
Yes, ma'am. We've got a few things. One, first of all, I'd like to offer my condolences to Beth Vollmer's family. We lost Beth on Sunday. She was our finance director, a long time employee of the board. And I know the board echoes that sentiment. Just really a good, fine lady that we hate to lose. And Norm and Nick and the rest of the family are in our prayers. That being said, we've got some folks we want to recognize today. First of all, I have Eric Strickland from the Florida Forest Service, and he's going to be presenting a check to the district. And Eric, come on up, take the podium, visit with us a little bit. And it's always good to see somebody that's bringing a check.
Appreciate it. Well, I just want to, I'll just read the letter.
Okay.
On behalf of Wilton Simpson. Dear Dr. Bennett, it is my pleasure to submit the enclosed payment of $6,172.88 to the DeSoto School Board. This payment reflects the distribution of the Peace River State Forest receipts for fiscal year 2021 and 2022 in accordance with Section 589 Florida statutes. Florida Department of Agriculture and Consumer Services managed 38 state forests encompassing over 1,169,860 acres. Through a comprehensive resource management plan, we encourage the use of forest lands and recreation as a habitat for threatened and endangered plants and animals, for soil and water conservation, as a source of raw materials for dynamic wood using industry. During fiscal year 2021-22, the department collected approximately $8,040,040 from the operations of state forests, including $4.6 million from the sale of timber and $2,421,459 in recreation fees from over 18 million visitors. As you know, these activities also benefit 13 counties that are home to Florida's income-producing state forests. These counties deemed physically constrained per Florida Statute 589.081 receive 50% of the gross receipts from a state forest in proportion to acreage located in each county. Based on fiscal year 2021-22, gross receipts a total of 369,139.58 is being distributed to Florida counties and school boards. I hope these funds assist you in carrying out the board's critical responsibilities. Sincerely, Will Simpson.
Thank you so much.
It's a pleasure to be able to deliver this.
Can I get the board members to step up front and let's get them and you in a picture with this, please?
Outstanding.
Come on, right here, right here.
That'd be perfect.
Yes.
I told Mr. Strickland, I'd rather see him than $1. He's bringing checks.
I'm gonna ignore that.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir.
Where will you leave this?
You just leave it with me and Marcus.
The money man.
Yeah, when I see $1, I'm not checks, not. Thank you, sir. Next up, I would like to recognize three ladies that Signia, who does our reaccreditation, calls Delightful DeSoto. Am I correct, ladies? That would be Amy Bennett, Francesca Anderson, and Christy Jens. They have spearheaded, ladies, stand up, please. They have spearheaded our reaccreditation, and it has went, I mean, absolutely wonderful. I know the folks from Cognia were pleased. I don't know how many documents and how many pages.
Go ahead and say it, Christie. 256.
That I mean, just a tremendous amount of work and hours and hours and hours. And I am just so proud that you ladies work in our district and that you're showcasing what we do in our district and that you're going to be part of us growing and improving because we want to be a continuous improvement model. And I think Cognia is in that mission with us. I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, Amy or Francesca, it's going to be for a 6-year period of time, but we're going to do a mid-evaluation on it to see where we're at and make sure we're focused on the end goal.
We don't be accredited, and then all of our schools, including DBA and DSS. We are accredited, but not just one, not just the high school.
Awesome.
Don't forget my-
The advanced schools can get certified. diplomas.
It
Right?
was my honor to sit in on that meeting and to watch. Oh, man, it was awesome to watch the camaraderie between you and her. I've been in a lot of accreditation meetings in this district, served on teams, headed teams, chaired committees. That was awesome. And it was obvious the amount of respect that she had, that the state has for you ladies, that the organization really has for you ladies. And it was obvious the amount of respect you have for that you want to work together and that we were getting, I was the proudest school board member that ever was to sit there and watch that. Thank you. I know how hard that was. And I know what effort you put in. You make us happy. And I think that if the public could just see, if the public could just see what you've done and what we're doing in DeSoto County, we are shining. And we're getting better. We're not at the top, but we sure are on the rise. And I appreciate you ladies for doing that. Thank you.
We called ourselves, are you ready? We are the Dream Team.
Yeah.
The Dream Team 2023, okay?
Thank you, ladies.
Thank you.
Another piece of information, Mr. Marcus Allen's graciously accepted the position of interim finance director. He'll continue to be our IT director. And this is just to let the general public know what's going on. Marcus is experienced in that from back in Michigan, and he's worn multiple hats. We're trying not to wear Marcus out, but golly, we're so glad to have you, Marcus. The next thing, and this will be the next thing, and it's a big piece, the final piece I'll visit with after we touch base on this. Jake had our principals up in Putnam, had a great visit. All of the data we got was tremendous. Christy, you were up there, our principals were. Everybody was very, very impressed. Jake, do you have any of the exit information from our folks as to what they thought? And while you're looking for that, I'll speak to it just another minute. You just tell me when you're ready with that piece. We're having a change in job descriptions tonight. If you'll look at some of that piece, those pieces are really pieces we've visited with Putnam and with BSI, and they think that's the direction we need to go rather than just having a general academic coach. And we're going to shift some title money around and some school improvement money around to fund these various positions. We want to make those job descriptions match up with what the job's intended to be, and really to attract applicants that are going to be suited for that. In the words of a wise guy I know named Jake Reynolds, we're not looking for walkers to get better. We're looking for runners that are going to accelerate it. And we're at that point. I believe that some of the toughest times are behind us in terms of just actually being in the school. We've got a skeleton in place. It doesn't have muscles all over, but it's got ligaments and got some muscles in places. And by the time the summer's over, you're going to see a complete body of work that we're going to be proud of. Jake, were you able to find it?
Yes, so we had our principals attend, and go to Putnam. And then we had our coaches go on a coaches retreat that went into Orlando, went to elementary school.
Tangela Park.
Thank you, Tangela Park. And so the plan is for us to go out to this retreat, and then on June 1st, come back and have a follow-up retreat and basically share what we observed and really set a clear foundation of what we want to move forward with and the direction we want to go in terms of instruction. So across the board, out of all the administrators and coaches that went to this first part of this retreat, they all responded 4 or 5 in terms of, in terms of how relevant and helpful was, this retreat for them. So they all felt like, getting outside of DeSoto and seeing practices and making connections with other district leaders or school-based leaders was really meaningful. And I can tell you right now, just across our team, both at the district level and school-based level, there's a lot of energy right now as far as excitement and moving forward in the direction that we're heading. And we're really excited about these steps that we're going to take early on in the summer to put in place to really establish a clear, like I said, vision about the upcoming year. So overall, a lot of excitement, and I can share the survey with you directly to share with the board. So
Awesome.
Yeah.
Jake, thank you so much.
Thank you.
And we're planning on, we would like to have Putnam come to DeSoto County next year and see where we're at. And we don't want to stop visiting places like Putnam, and we'll go back to Putnam again. One thing we're working with a consortium on is we want to be able to take our administrators to Okeechobee, to Highlands, to Glades, to Henry, to Hardy, and we want them bringing theirs in here. We're trying to get that walkthrough model implemented throughout the Heartland area because we're all going to get better together. We face the same obstacles and hurdles in DeSoto that they do in Highlands or Henry. If we can pull our resources together, our thoughts, our best practices, all you'll see is our entire region will elevate. And that's what we're seeking to do. We don't view it that we're competing with other districts. Of course, we want to be better than all of them, but we're not viewing it as competition. We're viewing it as learning together and sharing. So that's exciting. The piece of news that I have that's most exciting for a general board meeting is we had the opportunity to have a lady that was a visitor from DOE today. And we've got in the works to build a new DeSoto County high school. And we will commit $1 million for 3 years to that school. It'll be through special facilities funding. And let's say that high school costs $80 million. And if a mill was worth $1 million, we would only have to contribute $3 million to that plant. They're going to foot the bill for the rest of that. So if it was $80 million, they would write a check for $87 million to do that. And then we're just starting it. It's exciting right now, but there's going to be a lot of work. We've got a February 1st deadline coming up. So board members, I salute y'all. I'm so proud of y'all that y'all want to be a part of this and that we want to go forward because I think we can do something that'll make our community proud. I know it'll tickle all of us and make us proud. And y'all, really, we've got to do some things with an elementary school. It'll give us a chance to re-roof the existing high school, hopefully, and possibly move the middle school into that, redo the middle school and move one of the elementaries into that. So we can really take care of a lot of facilities in one fell swoop. and we've got a few years to recover from that and catch our breath, and we can have access to those funds again. And we can make a determination what we want to do on the south end of the county. Well, you know, as that grows, you know, in 5 years, there'll be a lot of difference in our growth patterns. As you know, because what are we getting right now? We've got a chicken place that just opened up. One of my favorites is Popeyes. We've got Culver's opening up. I think there's a Five Guys. So they don't open those unless they think they're going to have enough traffic. Nobody invests in a money loser. So our community is going to grow and our county is going to grow. Right now, we've seen a little bit of a dip in student enrollment, but I want to assure the public we're going to follow through on all the discipline pieces. We're going to take action against those that aren't going to make our schools safe. We're going to do our best. We're going to be involved with law enforcement. We'll go hip to hip, Tim, with you and the sheriff's department and our city police department to make sure that we've got a safe learning environment for our kids. We want to have a state-of-the-art high school, the best middle school in the area, and have an elementary center that's second to none. And we think we can do that moving forward. We really, really are excited to be able to share that with the public. There's a lot of details in the work that'll come out, and we will sure visit with everybody. But that is an exciting piece of news, and really look forward to moving forward with that. That's all I have, Madam Chair.
That is a really big one. And, you know, I thank you to you for hearing the information and moving really quickly to make this happen. I know all of us were ecstatic about it whenever we heard the presentation today. Thank you for making that happen quickly. I know as word gets out, there are going to be a lot of questions by a lot of different people, and there'll be misinformation all over the place.
Absolutely.
So as this gets out, just know that everything that you hear is not always the truth, right? So to get clarity and to be sure we're 100% accurate, people are always welcome to reach out to the board members, or they're definitely welcome to reach out to the district office as well. If they need clarity, I'm sure we'll be putting out information as things progress. Please don't believe every little thing you hear. If it comes from the district office, then that's something you can count on. But otherwise, just we'll take it as it comes. But thank you again for moving quickly.
Yes, ma'am.
I know we're all thrilled about that. All right, that brings us to item number 9, public presentations. Is there anyone in the public that wishes to address the board on an agenda item? Seeing none, we'll move to item number 10, financial reports.
Approve financial reports.
A second. Okay, motion by Ms. Chansey, seconded by Mrs. Mercer. Any other comments or discussion? All in favor, please say aye. Aye. Motion carries. Item number 11, routine business.
I'll second it.
Motion by Dr. Goodman, seconded by Ms. Chansey. Any other comments or questions? All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Number 12, new business items.
Yes, do we need to pull to?
We're pulling 12.2. No, we are not. No, we're not pulling that. There's legislation that allows for that, so we're good.
I just want to, I think one of the items was added today. So just for purposes of 30, can we just maybe give an overview of what that is? So there's no, just because
Yeah.
I don't think it was included on the agenda.
12.26 was added with the facilities with the fish report.
I don't have 12.26. I had not printed that one off, but it is our fish report. And we had the state come through today and really had a tight time schedule because of our next board meeting. That report would have been in late. So we added that on, and really that's just a capacity report that's normal business. It just happened the way it happened. And I hate to say it, I'd rather have to have an emergency and add that with the blessing of having that opportunity to have a new school. So that's what 12.26 was.
I'll make the motion to approve new business.
And I'll second.
Okay, motion by Ms. Chansey, seconded by Ms. Mercer. Any discussion? So I do want to add a couple of things. I wanted to note that the high school is sending some folks out for HOSA. So I appreciate that. High school sending some A-team folks out. One of the members is here on campus. The high school sending some band folks out. We recently had some middle schoolers participate from our district as well, and some out of state kinds of things. And I really appreciate our district being able to make good things happen for students. So I appreciate that.
Point out one item there as well.
Sure.
The 12.2. I am ecstatic about the check we have to write for our new enrollment. It makes me so. I don't think parents or people understand, the public understand maybe that, you know, the district has to pay for those kind. They don't just happen. Kids don't just get in dual enrollment and they take it. It costs the school district money in order to make that happen, but it's well spent money.
Absolutely.
In order for those students to be able to work on their college diploma while they're in high school. And indeed, we're beginning to have more to graduate with their diploma and their AA at the same time. That is incredible.
Thank you for mentioning that. Every year, the numbers seem to be going up, and we have such an incredible talent pool here in
Yes,
DeSoto
we
that
really
I
do.
think is often overlooked. So I appreciate you mentioning that. I do want to point out item 12.23 as well. This is the approval for the E-rate for the memorial. We did give at our last meeting, gave superintendent permission to go ahead and begin purchasing, and that we would be ratifying this for final approval of purchase. So this is the ratification right here that we're mentioning today for item 12.23. So memorial could be back up and running again.
Yes, ma'am.
So I appreciate that. All right, any other comments or discussion? Okay, all in favor, please say aye. Aye. Motion carries. On to item number 13, Dr. Bennett, back to you again.
Yes, ma'am. I had the distinct honor of being presented a certificate commemorating Memorial's centennial. I'll pass this around so the board members can take a look at it. That's Saturday, at Pioneer Day by the DeSoto County Historical Society. Carol Mailer, as we know, she spearheaded that, and Carol is just absolutely awesome. She studies things. She comes in the school district. She's going through documents, and you know, I was really, really pleased to be able to represent the district with that. I think we need to put it in a memorial. We'll send it over for them tomorrow because that's really a big deal, and a lot of history behind Memorial, being that school was a memorial of those war veterans. So it's a big piece, and we really thank the Historical Society for doing that and recognizing our school. And again, it was an awesome honor. The barbecue smells were really tough to do. And the strawberry shortcake, you know, just the whole thing it's a good place to be. And I encourage any of our community folks to enjoy that, to go to Pioneer Day next year. It's a great activity. That really ties in with our history. That's all I have, Madam Chair.
Madam Chair, may I have a copy of that since I was on staff at Memorial? That was where I started my career.
Absolutely. What an honor, yes, for sure.
Anna, can you make a copy of that? Would you mind making a few copies of it? That way we can have it for board members, et cetera, and then have one file here, and we'll get it to Memorial tomorrow.
Yeah, and at Pioneer Day, yeah, I mean, you were able to give
Yes.
that opening prayer, and we appreciate that.
They were doing books and
Yes,
handouts. Wonderful.
I was out there with the
Well,
passports with the kids, so it was a good day.
It was
Yes,
wonderful.
it was a good day.
Delicious.
Yes. The food is always good.
Yes.
Food's always good. All right, that brings us to item number 14, public presentations. Is there anyone in the public that wishes to address the board on a non-agenda item? Seeing none, we'll move to item 15, board member comments, and we'll start with Ms. Mercer.
It's been an afternoon full of information for us.
Yeah.
A lot of excitement, things going on. So just like to thank Mr. Payne and Miss McLeod for all their information they gave us in the workshops, and as well as Miss Brown with her exciting news that we have. Want to express my condolences to Beth Bulmer's family and keep them in our prayers as well. And thank Mr. Strickland from the Forest Service for their donation. So, and also say thank you to Christine and Francesca and Dr. Bennett out there for their reaccreditation efforts and for all the schools. That's exciting.
Yes. So, thank you. Dr. Goodman.
Again, the sympathy and regards to the Baldwin family. That's a tough one, but on the other side of it, it's the district's continuing to move forward, excellent staff there. I just listening to Ms. Brown talk and listening to Carol, and I'm just so excited. I was at Pioneer Days rather, and I had some people asking me questions as a board member. How is it going as a board member? How do you feel as a board member? And I have a lot of people ask me that as I'm going about different things, and I'm just amazed and I'm just so happy to be a part of this. So many people, and I'm not gonna let it be real positive. Sometimes it's like, how can you do this? If we could just look beyond what we perceive as negative to see the good thing that's happening in DeSoto County, we will see, as I saw as a kindergarten teacher years ago when I was asked to present at a state convention, and I talked at the state about what we were doing in DeSoto County at pre-K, and they got all excited about it. And DeSoto County was one of the first counties in the state of Florida to have its pre-K program be gold sealed by the governor, and the person who wrote the legislation actually handed us the certificate. Good things has been happening in DeSoto County for years. And so many times we get caught up in the negative that we forget that there is so much good going on here. And if we will put aside politics, oh, I am not a politician, I'm a community servant. But if we'll put aside politics and see what we're doing, Dr. Bennett, my God, thank you so much for being a go-getter. I think it's that coach attitude that makes him just jump into everything. He just jumps into everything. And so when he and Amy are together, I get tired of going with them. Looking at the high school, and they were both walking so fast, I thought to myself, geez, I'm gonna have to get exercise to keep up with these two because they're so energetic. But I love it. I love your excitement and to watch what you're doing. You jumped on Violet and you didn't hesitate to see an opportunity. Tasman High School, who wouldn't want it? Oh my God, and the things that we're gonna be able to do, I'm just so excited. And the fact that the two of you are working on that, you're getting schools, she's getting us reaccredited, working with reaccredited. Excuse that David was added in there, that's my country coming out. But getting the schools accredited and reaccredited, that's exciting. I mean, it's exciting. And so thank you, ladies. When they're talking about money being in it, I thought they must be crazy. Don't they see we have a fully female board? Women giving money back? I doubt it. Baby, and then ask for some more. So I'm just very excited. Thank you. That's all I have.
Thank you for that energy.
It's because I just wanted to be able to, I don't know what my concern is now, my heart and my stomach just really turns with that. My heart is for the epidemic that it's obvious with, and it's not just DeSoto, but it's everywhere with these youngins and these vapes that we keep seeing coming before us, and these exposures that we have to continue to do because of that. But we're serious about it, we're not playing about it. And then when parents get upset because we're following the law, and I'm sorry, we're following the law. We will not tolerate drugs in our schools. And our children, my grandchildren, your children deserve the right to go to school free of that drug. And so we're going to be the board and the superintendent that we're the enforcers. They can like us or not like us, but we're going to enforce it. And somehow or another, we need to get the word out. We don't do drugs in DeSoto. We're just not going to do it. And they're going to sit their little butts out and get it out. And you can quote that.
Very good. Is that okay? Because we're here. You can preach it.
This is sugar in it. And
Okay, that's fine. Thank
that's
you.
all it is.
Ms. Chansey?
No, I think between what Kelly has said and what Dr. Goodman has said, we've had quite an excitement
Yes, we have.
afternoon
Yes,
all the
we
way
have.
around. And I am very thrilled that we're moving forward, and I'm glad that you responded quickly, and I'm glad we're moving quickly as a
Yes.
board, and just everything going on. It's
It's
exciting. It's exciting, overwhelming, and just like, it's a good place to be right now.
It is.
Yes.
So we are definitely moving in the right directions.
Yeah.
And so we're gonna see great things and more to come.
And Ms. Mott, you pointed out an excellent point. I didn't mean to jump in, but you pointed out an excellent point. We will have to be ready, us as board members, to put the fires out as the misinformation is getting out there. So that's why I'm very glad we had a chance to hear Violet, had a chance to hear it from you, Dr. Bennett. And so nobody's caught off guard. We can all be the fire put outers, the fire extinguishers, as people are gonna hear this and go off on different tangents. They're gonna do it and we can't stop all of it, but at least we can.
No.
So I'm glad you said that, Ms. Martin.
It just needs to be done in the right way. So
Yeah.
thank you.
But Beth and her family, Beth's family is certainly in my thoughts and prayers, and she was just an awesome person to
Yeah.
work with.
Yeah.
And I appreciate that I had that privilege of working with her.
Yes.
So that's all I have.
Yeah, and just a personal as well from me to the Vollmer family for Norm and Katie and Skylar and Nick, all of them. So many good thoughts and prayers and well wishes for them and Katie getting ready to have her baby any day now. So it's a good thing, good things happening to their family. As they continue to progress through the grief, they'll be able to get through it. I want to thank Kelly and Jamie for the upcoming conference that you guys are going to. And thank you, Dr. Goodman, for handling the FISBIT conference for me. Appreciate you filling in for that. And I have nothing more to add that hasn't already been said. We've talked about a lot of good things today. So I will take an adjournment for the meeting. It is 6 o'clock. Anyone like to make a motion for adjourn?
Mhm.